Hey, it's your old pal M Price again. I got some rays of sunlight on my face. That's pretty interesting. Dog prices, dog pricing up there, so that's okay. Um, just wanted to make a quick video about, I don't know, thought it'd be an interesting video. I guess I'm a motivational speaker now. Um, I got, we're just going straight into story mode. I got into I don't know if you'd call it a minor car accident. It's a car happenstance. I got into a car happenstance this morning. Driving to work as I do, hate my job, just like every red-blooded American. And red light coming up ahead, so I braked because I follow the rules like a little punk. And I braked, I brook, and I brook my car. Something underneath my car snapped that turned out to be the control arm, some kind of arm underneath my car, severed arm. It's really severed now because it snapped when I braked, and my car kind of skidded off to the side of the road. Little M Price, all scared and alone, holding my lunchbox and Janice, my water bottle. And it called the tow truck, called W Price, cried a little bit. The cop was super cool, came by, uh, looked at my car and laughed. And I get laughed at a lot. And it was a good time, not really. And you ended up being a few hours late to work and got a ride home from the tow truck guy. Ended up getting our car to drive to work. And all the while, I was just pretty upset, pretty steamed, pretty sad. A lot of mixture of emotions going on just because I try to take care of my things, try to take care of my car especially, and it is quite an old car, about 20 years old, and I just literally filmed the Wingstop videos in it like last night. You know, just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen, and just kind of upset that maybe the idea that hey, dog price, good boy. Um, that old age comes for us all. That one day my control arm will snap and I don't know, that I'll be found on the side of a road somewhere. Some cop will laugh at my broken body. Um, but I was just kind of upset about it, and all throughout the day, just thinking over and over again, hearing that same brake sound and feeling the car shake like this, and come to a side of the road and just feeling like a big loser and being upset and now I have the bill, the fix of just like $1,500, which hey, if if 500 of you buy my book, those quaint early writings, that'll knock that $1,500 right off. Financial advice. Speaking of not financial advice, Wingstop stock is like $266. Um, but not financial advice, of course. But actual financial advice is buy 500 copies of. Actually, no, because I don't get the full $3 from that. That sucks. Anyway, where was I? Oh, buy dog price. Where was I going with this? Um, I was upset about my car. I was having a negative experience. Not a good time. Watching dog price go about his life. I'm easily distracted. Um, and I don't edit these anymore because I'm on my phone and I don't know how to figure out my phone. But I was pretty upset, and it kind of hit me throughout the day. I was like, well, regardless of, what I was going to do or not do, my car is 20 years old, and this was, a part underneath my car that, is old and rusty and had, 20 years of South Dakota winters, to have salt and slush and all that crap splash under it. And the guy at the shop was basically like, yeah, like you really had like no control over it, like realistically, like it's gonna happen eventually. And I kind of found myself going from this big negative emotion, this big um, upset, ill feeling I had, to actually being very weirdly relieved, weirdly blessed, and kind of uplifted that I'm glad that my control arm, whatever, crashed. Welcome back, Dog Price. Hope you're a little further that way. Don't mind if hi, Dog Price, if I scoot over. Um, and I'm glad it happened because it happened at like five. Dog Price. It happened at like 5:30 a.m. You know, uh, on a weekday morning, on kind of like a not really too busy street. Like I was like the only one out there. I drive to work in the when no one else is around. Like you know solution solution. No, he's still too far away. Dog Price. Anyway, this is getting out of control. I have more sunlight on my eyes now. There you go. Where I never know where to look in this thing. I've gone completely off the rails. I've lost my meaning. But the meaning that I think I found is that I'm Dog Price. Are you serious? I'm happy that my car went kaput at a pretty low key, nondescript time. I very much, instead of having my car break down in 6 a.m. traffic, could have broke down in 8 a.m. traffic. It could have broke down while I was surrounded by people. It could have broke down while there was oncoming traffic. It could have broken down while I was on the interstate. And out of all those possible things, there was the inevitability that my car would go kaput and I would go skidding off to the side of the road. And it happened at the most ideal time, early in the morning, away from anyone else, to keep them safe and to keep myself safe, and at an opportunity where like I, had no problem getting a ride, getting the car towed and serviced, and you know, I'm I'm okay. Like everything's fine. And now I'm kind of just like jazzed because it's like, oh, now I got a new control arm now, bitches. Control this. And I'm set now, and I know that I am just one little shield safer when I drive me and Dog Price around listening to Tupac and Tame Impala starting November 1st once Pactober is over. See my previous video or post video. I don't know what order you people watch these in, um, but I'm glad that it happened when it did, that I'm okay, and that I think this is like a pretty neat, I don't know, like a video idea. I make content now, don't I? The C word content. Um, that it was good in the sense that I feel like I myself as a person am becoming more positive and am looking on the brighter side of things and making a transformation to become a better person, with age, because cars or other things, they get old and they eventually rust and break out. But people have that rare opportunity to get better with age. Your body might fail, but your spirit and your mind will prosper. And like if this happened to me like 5 years ago, oh, I would be like stewing for like a week. If it happened 10 years ago, I'd be stewing for a month, you know. And honestly, like I'm okay. And I was planning on going to a restaurant tonight and doing a little restaurant review. Well, attempting to make a restaurant review. If you never see a restaurant review video, it's because the video editing didn't work out. I'm gonna try to make a short review. Oh, you're fine. You're moving on me again. You're shifting positions. Um, and 5 years ago me or 10 years ago me definitely would have been like, oh, this sucks, and just like not done it. Hell yeah, I'm still doing it because I need to make a restaurant review, and you people need to see this restaurant reviewed. Okay, it's gonna happen, and I just encourage anyone who sees this or anyone who has made to the past these 10 minutes of me just rambling like a madman, that you also, the next time something negative happens, you try to find something positive about it or some kind of positive change that comes out of it. Just because, as someone who always had like the negative building on negative, and just letting negative things end up being an excuse to let more negative things happen, like that's not a fun life to live. And it just feels a lot better to be like, oh yeah, my car, uh, went skedaddle off the side of the road, and realistically, the only like, okay, it kind of inconvenienced me for a few hours. It saved me from my job for a little bit. Um, does it smell good, buddy? Um, and it costs some money, sure, but money's meaningless when you have Wingstop stock. And once again, not financial advice. Um, but it's just numbers in, numbers out, and numbers will never hold a candle to your own personal well-being, whether well-being physical, mental, spiritual. And I'm good to go. And dog price is good to go. Right, dog price. How do I angle? Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to angle myself reverse in the camera upside down behind. It doesn't work. But I found him. I found dog price. I hope you find your own version of dog price, everybody. This has been on Price. This has been on Price Can Read. As you may or may not know, I can indeed read. I can also make, apparently now, motivational videos. I don't know. Bye. Dog City never sleeps. Never. Especially not this morning when my car crashed. Definitely was not sleeping down. Or was I?